This is an Amooskeg fire engine. It is a steam pumper. This was purchased by the Portland Fire Department in 1908, and it was used up until the 1920s when it went into reserve, and it stayed in a reserve status for a number of years after that. It's important because it was a transitional fire engine. Prior to the building of these, fires were put out either by bucket brigades or by hand pumpers. This was steam powered, so it had a very powerful pump. In fact, almost as powerful as some of the modern pumpers today. This could pump up to 800 gallons of water a minute. Well, it is steam powered, which means that there is water in this boiler, and that water has to be heated to create steam pressure, which operates the pump, which is in the central part of the apparatus. Now, if any of you have ever tried to boil water at home, you know how long it can take for a small pot of water to boil. So you can imagine with a boiler the size of this, that it could take a considerable amount of time to bring that water up to a boiling point to create the steam pressure to operate the pump. Well, they worked around that because the fire stations had a boiler system in the building, and there are inlet and outlet valves on the back side of this engine, and they hooked up hoses to those, and they circulated the hot water through the boiler while it was sitting idle in the station. So when they got a call to go to a fire, all they had to do was bank up a fire in the firebox and disconnect those lines, and by the time they got to the fire, they had all of the steam pressure that they needed to operate the pump and fight the fire. It was donated by Cameron Bradley. It had been kept in New York for a number of years, and when the museum was getting started, he made a donation of this firefighting apparatus to the museum. This firefighting apparatus was made by the Manchester Locomotive Works in Manchester, New Hampshire. They also manufactured steam locomotives for the railroads. So it was manufactured by them, and as I mentioned earlier, purchased by the Portland Fire Department in 1908. When this steam pumper was built, it was designed to be pulled by horses, and it was used in that manner until 1924, when the Portland Fire Department added this gas engine to the front end of it to provide the motive power for it.